On the 1st of August 1937, the Meuse-Argonne American Memorial was dedicated in Montfaucon d'Argonne, France, commemorating the largest US military offensive in World War I. It honors over 1.2 million American soldiers who participated in the 1918 Meuse-Argonne offensive, and especially the more than 26,000 who died. Over in the USSR, founded by Major General Semyon Chernetsky, the Moscow Military Music College opened to train musicians for Soviet military bands. It became a prestigious institution for musical and military education in the USSR. SS Obersturmbannführer Karl Otto Koch and his wife Ilse Koch took command at the Buchenwald concentration camp. Ilse Koch would later be known as the Witch of Buchenwald, yes. And their tenure marked the beginning of widespread internment, brutality, and executions of Jews, political prisoners, and others deemed undesirable by the Nazi regime. Also in Germany, red posters suddenly appeared in Berlin, revealing that 4 men had been executed by guillotine for high treason, with no prior public record of arrest, trial, or sentencing. These secretive beheadings were part of a growing wave of executions under Nazi law, especially through the Volksgerichtshof, or the People's Court, which dealt harshly with perceived political dissent. Interesting fact about this is that until 1937, executions were still carried out by axe at Plotzensee prison. After October 1936, guillotine use became mandatory for civilian executions across Nazi Germany, but this prison did not really comply. Over in Cincinnati, Ohio, serial poisoner Anna Marie Hahn murdered her 5th victim, a man called George Obendorfer, who was a retired cobbler. She had posed as a caretaker for elderly men, poisoning them to steal their money. She was arrested shortly after and later convicted, and she would become the first woman to be executed in Ohio's electrical chair in 1938. One of the early sensational true crime cases in American media, this was. Then the advice radio program Goodwill Hour, hosted by John J. Anthony, premiered nationally via the Mutual Broadcasting System. It provided family and relationship advice to listeners and would run until 1952. Finally, the Polish city of Sosnowiec launched its first regular bus service. Yes, very good. The average temperature in Berlin was, let me go to the next page here because we're in a new month. 19 degrees Celsius exactly. Now, today is the first of the month, which means we're going to go over the state of the nation, indeed. So, starting with political power, we're at 76, currently gaining 1.07 per day. 75% stability, 71% war support, which is quite high already. 1.02 million manpower and 105 factories, 58 of which are civilian factories, 37 military, and 10 naval dockyards. We have 108 days of fuel left, and just a couple days ago that was less than 20. So we stopped training our navy for a bit, and that's all well and good, quite fine. 100% logistics fulfillment, and 194 convoys available, which we are using. 6 we are using, so we have 200 in total. Decisions, there's not much to look at. Intelligence, well, we have a 78 and a 76% spy network in France, La France, oui. Also, it looks like we have one guy defending against subversive attacks in the homeland as well. So as for what we want to do here in France, I think we may want to eventually start working on setting up a collaboration collaboration government. Let's see here. Prepare collaboration government. I think I want to start doing this soon. We do have the resources to do it. And from what I've heard, if we do this in France in particular, we will be able to use a lot more of their factories once we eventually take them down. And that would be very good for our economy. So I think I may start pressing this button soon, but I'm not sure if it's the right call to do it this soon. I may have to wait. I don't know. Then, research, well, we are working on improved armor protection, computing machine, maintenance company 1, logistics company 1, and the basic medium tank chassis, using MAN and various other companies. Next technology will finish this month, at the end of the month, the logistics company, after which we will go get something else, possibly a signal company or a field hospital. I'm not sure the field hospital is the best for the Germans, though. We could also go for the improved engine as well. And I think also we are starting to get close to the end of the year where it might become worth it to go get these infantry upgrades a little bit earlier. Because that way we can also use them in the Japanese war and in Spain. As for experimental facilities, we are currently working on the flamethrower tank, the Flampanzer. And we are making decent progress with air and naval towards a new breakthrough, but land, we're still quite a ways away. It should be increasing though, because we are working on 2 land technologies. We're also making some progress with physics because we're working on the computing machines, and that's all well and good. International market is not super interesting, but actually there's more for sale now than we've seen so far. So now there is Peruvian infantry equipment, there are Venezuelan towed artilleries, there is Hungarian support equipment, and there's some Swedish stuff, including Swedish tanks actually. Swedish light tanks, are they any good? Soft attack 10, hard attack 6, speed 6.3. They aren't that bad. Maybe we should buy some Swedish tanks. Anyway, as for trade, we're not doing a whole heck of a lot when it comes to trade. We're just importing a little bit of rubber. We're still 1 short, but we will fix that on our own time. Construction, we are finishing up the final couple of civ factories before we start working on these 3 military factories. Then I'll do 1 more state of civs, and then I think it's mostly military factories, and I also want to build some extra experimental facilities of the varieties we do not have yet. So that's all of them actually, except land warfare, I think. Right? Yeah, we have a land warfare. Or can we just only build them there? Huh. Wait a second. I do think we have... Huh, I don't know how to tell, actually. I don't know how to tell whether we have a bloody land research thing anywhere. Well, we'll figure it out somehow when the time comes. Anyway, production. We are producing almost 100 guns a day. We should actually probably start putting some more factories in that. Infantry equipment as well. I want to spend 1 more so we have 10 of them on light tanks. We're making 3 of them a day now. I would like that to get closer to 4. We're not at maximum efficiency yet either. But we have over 1,000 tanks to upgrade right now. So that's quite a lot. We're making a bunch of other stuff. We have a bunch of support equipment. We're making trucks. We're actually currently using some for reinforcement, it seems. We have plenty of towed anti-air by now, which we are using in some of our infantry regiments. I think the Mountaineers in particular for anti-tank capability. We have a little bit of towed artillery, just a tiny little bit. And then we are also working on upgrading all our planes still. We also really need more factories for this. We need a lot more rubber as well. And then we have the Minenrama mit Panzer. Yeah? This is an armored support vehicle that we unlocked via one of the special research things. Special projects. We have 26 of those right now, just building up some efficiency for them. But later on, these are going to be very good for a certain support company that we can use. Then recruit and deploy. Well, we're working on recruiting a bunch of extra infantry divisions. I'm actually going to add a couple of extra ones to the queue since we have the equipment for it. I'll do it like this. That's fine. That's 3 more infantry regiments. And then logistics. Well, that's kind of the same screen, huh? So not much point looking there. And as for the officer corps, we do have 1 Spirit of the Army, which is motorization drive, which allows us to redesign tank units for free and mechanized and motorized. So that's really nice to have. And that's about it for the state of the nation. We do, of course, have troops in Spain, 5 divisions in total. And we also have 5 Japanese volunteers who are currently at sea heading for the Beijing area because they arrived in Tokyo. And we have like 9 more divisions on their way as volunteers for Manchukuo and Manchukuo. So we're going to have a total of 14 divisions here helping out the Japanese. which is a significant chunk of our armed forces at this point, actually. We are now, actually, we went below 1 million manpower because I started training those guys. We're gonna go above 600,000 troops by the time all these guys are finished. So that's really good, very good. And with all that being said, I think it's time to roll the time. We have this one fight going on here, which is, we're fighting into the unplanned offensive modifier, so we're doing very, very little damage. As you can see, like 1, 1, 1. Our units are actually doing a bit more, 8, 5, 2. That's not our unit. 8 and 5 anyway. So that's pretty good, pretty good. But it's still gonna take a while because the enemy, yeah, we did kick out one of their regiments, but yeah, we're doing only like 1 or 2 points of organization damage per day. Really not very good. That's alright though. Also in the air, we're doing really well. Actually, we no longer have air control over here. And, yeah, I wanted to send these guys over to this air zone so they can help out in this combat for now. So let's do that. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to start yet today, but tomorrow we should start doing some more damage because our close air support will be able to help out. And it is clearly within their range, so they should actually be able to help out. So let's hope they do. Let's hope they do. All right, we do also have a Panzer division that just got launched. Wow, very nice. And this one actually has all the modern tanks. So this is our strongest Panzer division right now. Let me return to the German theater so I can add it to the Panzer army, which is this one, Panzer 1, yeah? So that will be a total of 5 Panzer divisions and 2 infantry, so motorized infantry by now. Very good, Panzer 1. I'd like to get this one up to at least 12 to 16 divisions by the time we invade Poland. Just pure armor and motorized. And then, honestly, I kind of would like a second army like that. So we do need a lot of tanks. Yeah, for now they're all light tanks. They will start including some medium ones before too long. But yeah, I think that's enough banter for today. Leave a like, leave a comment, and if you have a suggestion for how to name one of my divisions, because some of these are unnamed, while the ones in Spain, for example, are all names suggested by viewers. So I do think I have still a couple of them in the queue. I will start naming divisions again in the coming videos. So yeah, leave suggestions. And also, if you want to suggest a historical fact for at the beginning of the videos and you have a source for it, please go down to my Discord below in the description and help me collect these juicy, juicy historical facts. All right, guys, that's it for today. See you tomorrow.